Hello. Okay, so I'm back for another quick reading. We just had the eclipse take place, it's full moon. And, we're just getting some some updates on energy, things of that nature. All right. So what do we have? Okay, so it looks like some of you guys are being the high priestess. Okay, this could be some of you guys seeking counsel from a healer or someone with wisdom. Yeah, someone with wisdom, guidance that can give good guidance, seeking some type of counselor. Someone could have been seeking some type of counseling too when it comes, or advice from a wise person, like maybe someone that's older than them or has more experience with a situation concerning you, that could have sprang, or just in general, that could have sprang from some sort of altercation. I'm kind of hearing somebody saying, like, I'm tired of being a bigger person. Tired of being a bigger person. But there could have been some type of argument, disagreement, or something that went on. But I'm going to tell you right now, because this high priestess is definitely looking like some ghosting. I'll tell you right now, listen, your energy, wherever your energy goes, where attention goes, energy flows. That's just the way I see it. Like, some people, they be entertaining themselves in situations or with people that mean them no good, have them trapped in drama. And this is in relationships too, y'all. This is definitely dealing with relationships too. Have them trapped in drama, emotionally, in emotional turmoil. But going on about their life, causing other, and instead of being trapped in these places with these people in these situations, it's just best to not pay them any attention. And I know that's hard, especially emotionally. But sometimes, like when you're emotionally involved in a situation or with people and things of that nature, but sometimes you really just got to pull yourself back. You just have to say, listen. Okay, right now I'm feeling like I don't know where I'm going. I'm feeling hurt, pain, disappointment, embarrassment. I can keep naming the feelings. I can do that. I could keep feeling that way, or for a long term. Because usually when you deal with people and you're being treated a certain way, you think that over time, for some reason, their behavior will change, and it will not. It won't. And I know this for a fact, that someone that deals and work with children in the realm of behavior, I'll tell you right now, the more you acknowledge behaviors that you do not want to see in someone and other people, the more you accommodate for those behaviors, sometimes even respond, the more you encourage the behavior. It doesn't change the behavior. The behavior does not change from what you don't want to see to what you do want to see. So it comes a point in time where you have to ask yourself the question of, okay, so even though I'm feeling uncomfortable and like things may be a little bit painful now, when I break away from this, down the line, I will be able to move past it. I will be able to get over it. I will be able to clear my energy and make different choices and go a completely different way where things definitely work out for me. Or I can find myself time and time again looped in the same cycles with the same person and the same people. And that's the question that I feel like people, or the thought process that people don't readily choose because it feels uncomfortable. And if you have your mindset like, okay, well, this is the situation for me, this is the person for me, this is the way it's got to be. When you have your mindset there, you tend to behave a certain way unconsciously because of a prediction, right? Because of something that you feel like, okay, well, a vision, you know, something that you feel like is possible, but you're not really seeing it in the here and the now. You're seeing it for the long term. You know, you're seeing an overall vision or picture of what you want, but it's not necessarily physically here, but you're living it out like it's physically here. And I get when people say that, like, okay, well, you know what? Create your vision and live every day like that's what it is, and that's who you are. But it's still a process to that. Okay? You don't just say, hey, I'm going to become a doctor and then I live every day like a doctor. And that's what it is, because, and you think that you're about to go on the first year of medical school, you're about to go and conduct a surgery on someone by yourself without supervision. It doesn't work that way. Even though in your mind, or even though you told yourself, okay, I'm a doctor, this is what I want to be. No, you go through the ropes. You train for it. You become it. You practice, right? Same, you know, with everyday life. And depending on what it is that you're dealing with, you can envision things. But at the same time, you have to make sure that you're actively doing things that brings that vision to life. You know? Okay. Queen of Wands is reversed. Could be a Queen of Wands energy that's not doing well, or like with maybe some type of sickness, illness, or just really focus on something else. This is just this energy of somebody just like, I'm giving up. Like, I give up. I'm not fighting. I'm not pursuing. Because this is definitely the energy of you should not really be pursuing or chasing something, right? Yeah. Because the Eight of Wands is here. We know that the Eight of Wands is like fast movement, fast motion, movement. But with this energy here, because this is about being wise and experience. With this energy here, this is saying, like, this something could be moving fast, or you could be wanting to move real fast or something, but at the same time, or things in your surroundings are, but at the same time, it's just showing like, okay, well, you have control over no one but yourself. So being in control of that, of what you are, who you are in yourself, the things that you do, the choices that you make, what happens is you slow down certain interactions with people. Like you put your boundaries up. You're more in control over things that's happening in your surroundings because you're in control of yourself. You know? Yeah, so being wise, because there's some type of movement or some type of action that's going on here. And the High Priestess is definitely saying, you know, being wise with some of the things that you're making, or some of the choices that you're, or directions that you're going in, choices that you're making, because that's that Gemini full moon. Choices that you're making. Okay. Somebody feels like time is passing them by. Time is passing them by. Somebody feels like they're too old for something that they want to start or do or become. And somebody's like, hey, I don't got time to play these games. But I just kind of feel like this, it's not about being too old or whatever. It's just more about letting your experience be your guide. Oh, any more cards for the collective? These cards are just, yeah. Health wise, you know what I feel like? Okay, because health wise, some people could be facing some very unhealthy situations and things going on with their heart. Well, I will say this. And yeah, it's something about following your heart. You're just like, man, I don't know. Somebody had an experience to where they feel like they followed their heart before and it just didn't turn out the way that they thought. And they're just like, okay, following your heart, following my heart, that's for the birds. We're gonna get down to the bottom of this. I'm just pulling stuff out right now. Like, oh yeah, that's for the birds. Being unmotivated for some people is coming out. And I'm really trying to figure out what's happening here that's causing this. I mean, in the world that we live in now, of course, overall, I can see what's causing these feelings, but still, each individual person is different, right? There's a lot of reverse cards. It's Page of Swords, Five of Swords. Yeah. It's like before you can move on, you want the truth. Somebody wants the truth before they can move on. I'm feeling like you could possibly want the truth before you move on. Because it's like things you already know. You have insight into something, right? You have clarity, but you're doubting that clarity. And every time you doubt that clarity, it takes you in a place to where you're fearful to move forward. You're questioning your own self. See, you don't question necessarily these people around you. You start questioning and doubting yourself. And this is very true for fire signs. For now. Fire sign, Leo. Instead of just moving on or moving forward and saying, listen, whatever's meant for me will catch up to me, right? Because you're doing the work. You're taking care of yourself. You're taking care of things, right? Where do you need to stop and beg and plead somebody to do you right or treat you right? Where do you need to draw the line in playing victim in these type of situations? Unless you just really are a victim to something. And even with that being said, you can be a victim when things are done against you that harms you or hurts you. However, where do you have the strength to say, hey, I draw the line here? Because it's just a lot of energy of like people seeing the truth in their surroundings and in their life and in their interactions and the choices that they made. They see the truth in it. Yet they want to cling to what was or what they thought things was instead of seeing the truth for what it is and making choices accordingly, right? Somebody is fearful of letting something go. Yeah, making a decision. A decision has to be made. I'm just getting out some basic cards, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna decide what are these overall messages here. Ace of Wands reverse, Seven of Pentacles. Somebody is waiting. It's like, what are you waiting for? Queen of Cups is even reversed. This is really affecting everybody at this point in time, you know. Queen of Cups is reversed. I kind of see a lot of feminine energy. Maybe the women, you know, the feminines have took some type of advice, spiritual advice, guidance, intuition, follow their intuition, and they're just like, listen, I'm not settling for less. You want to deal with me? You're going to come up and you're going to deal with me fair, honestly, truthfully. I'm not dealing with any lies about who I am. what I can be and what I can't be. And if you are doing that, you're falling into this disillusionment with whoever around you has you in this place of defeat. You might want to question their motives and why, and why you want to believe the storyline or for the picture that's being painted for you that's not necessarily true. Okay? Because we have, I mean, there's somewhere from some place somewhere, I don't know. There was supposed to be like this new start, or somebody thought it was, but that quickly came to a halt, and someone is waiting. Yeah, because this is about, I feel like this is about not necessarily waiting on someone to do something differently, but it's kind of like, yeah, I'm going on about my life, and your actions will show. So for some of you guys, if you're dealing with a lover or just people in your life in general that's been taking advantage of you, or they got you twisted and messed up, you have to understand that the best bet to do is move forward. The best bet to do is change your behavior, right? And if they have the best intentions for you and it's true and it's real, they will move forward as well. Because if not, yeah, Queen of Cups is reversed and the Tower is reversed. Okay. Yeah. So right here, I'm feeling like there could be individuals that's looking at where they are in the world, or just looking at the world and just looking at what things have become and things that are happening, and just kind of feeling like, what's the point? Maybe even feeling a little hopeless. Maybe even detaching themselves, through drugs, alcohol, lovers, to anything to not deal with or have to deal with their emotions, right? Therefore, preventing change, like the much needed change that needs to happen for them. Somebody's holding off on sex as well. So I'm going to get to that, because then we have these situations here to where someone is just like, no, I'm not putting any extra effort into anything. I mean, absolutely anything. That doesn't mean me any good. Just can't do it. I've had the experience. I have grown from my experiences, developed wisdom from it, and I just can't do it. Now, with that being said, someone is waiting to hear from someone else. So this person could be waiting to hear from you. They'd be like, hey, you know what? What decision did you make? And you're just like kind of missing in action because you're just over something. So let's see. Hold up. I gotta get this little thing out of here. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Okay, so let's look into so the first part of this is anything you gotta chase, you're not in alignment. At this point, anything you're chasing, you're not in alignment. Right now, you should be really coming back to yourself, listening to your intuition, focusing on whatever goals you have, but just really taking care of yourself at this point in time. Trust me, because you don't want to be in a position to where a lot of people are about to find themselves, because there's going to be a lot going down. I see arguments, disturbances. It can get very violent. People killing other people, killing lovers. It's just not the time to be playing games, because the environment is not conducive. Okay. Let's narrow on in. So this is coming from a perspective of what's going on around you. Yeah, you decided to move on. You decided to move on. To something better experiences. Even a lover or a situation to where they're open. They are open. It's mutual. It's mutual intimacy, closeness, getting to know each other, sharing experiences. Some of y'all are going down memory lane as well. Okay, it looks like somebody's going down memory lane for you, from about you, possibly. Yeah. This King of Pentacles could be, yeah. The Wheel of Fortune. Now, for some of y'all, certain memories that you're having or the past could be holding you back from this new opportunity with someone. See, with the King of Pentacles, new opportunity with work, making money, business, or a lover. Like, some of you guys could definitely, either you're getting married or you have some type of commitment that's here on the way. But I just kind of feel like getting triggered. Certain triggers or certain things that you see, and through fear of having to repeat some very bad experience in the past, you kind of hold yourself back, you know. Woo, very bad triggers. Yeah, look, I'm about to show you. Look at this. So you feel like somebody played some games, or they might, listen, somebody might be being a little tricky. You might come across this energy, like tricky type energy, to where you're feeling mentally exhausted or trapped. There's a feeling trapped in the old paradigm or the way of doing things. So some of you guys have a freedom, like you have life. It's time for you to experience life, right, from another perspective, and going towards a certain direction really sets you free. The love of your life may be way older, way younger, or just different than what you thought. And you being trapped in the old paradigm, right? Like the way relationships has always been done, who you have to fall in love with or who you have to be with, being trapped there stops you. Pretty much like you sabotaging yourself, you backstabbing yourself, bringing pain, inflicting pain on yourself, you know, but it stops you from taking control and your own power back in the situation and over your life here with the Magician. So some of you guys, if there was a situation to where you felt defeated or trapped, you have to gain the regaining of your power, or taking your power back is what's going to help you in this situation. Once you get rid of this person or this thing that you are feeling trapped in, look, your health is restored. So some of y'all are in a situation to where it was mentally draining, emotionally abusive or draining, and you felt stuck. And it was hard to move out. Because like if it was a situation where if you were getting abused or anything of that nature, you could feel like, oh, I can't leave this situation because he takes care of me, or this person takes care of me. Like, what am I going to do without them? It was a mental thing. It was mentally, you were stuck. Like, oh, I'm too old. Who else is going to want me at this age or that age? You get what I'm saying? And so the cards that I put down before this reflected a situation, or that situation, being trapped. And some of you guys still are, but some of you guys are not. This is showing once you realize that you're not trapped, and once you take your power back and live by your own rules, okay, things change for you. Mentally, you free yourself. That's what this full moon is about. Oh, yeah. karmically, karma being released. There was a situation. Wow, I promise you somebody has to clear their energy. Oh my gosh. Because some type of karma or something from a family lineage or energetically around you from family lineage or just whatever that was placed on you through birth, things of that nature, has to be cleared. It needs to be cleared. And this is saying, do not continue to tote this karma. You do not continue to tote or carry this karma, passing it down. You have to stop it here. Have it stop with you. Stop with you. And so many times, and it's funny because I told myself the same thing. I have told myself the same thing. Like, I got to a point to where I was like, wait a minute, something is not right. Especially dealing with relationships. It's really a direct reflection or mirror of ourselves, of our eugenics, like DNA, what's passed down to us, what we've seen in behavior from our parents and their parents and things of that nature. And I told myself, I'm like, something is not right. And through my intentions, my pure, clear intentions, I am here and now taking control over my own behavior, my own actions, and what I believe, right? For myself, that's possible for myself. And one thing I will not do, and I do not believe in, is the fact that it's going to take you get with some lover, okay? And it takes you months or years for y'all to decide to be together. That's true in somebody's realm of reality, but it don't have to be true for mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it did take months or years, I don't have to be there going through that experience, because it's about emotionally detaching from these attachments or these things we've attached ourselves to, certain identities, certain ways of believing and ways of doing things that keep us in turmoil. Yeah, so this is letting go of karma. Something is going to turn around. Once you decide to move forward, you make the choice. Like, I did a video about the full moon. I don't know. I can't remember if it's total or lunar eclipse in Gemini. And I said, you have to make a choice. Once you do, oh boy. This is in any area that you're in, that you're applying this to. Yeah. The Four of Wands is reversed though, but we're going to get to why. Yeah, this could be leaving a marriage. Because some of you guys are afraid to leave something or move away from something because you're feeling like you're looking at the negative side. Like, okay, well, if I leave this situation, it's going to take away from my money or my finances. And I'm not going to be able to live in the house I want or drive the car I want. My life ain't going to be what I want it to be. And it's just the sacrifice is too big. Some of y'all are thinking from that point of view. It's how you see it though. It's how you see it. Because in this Five of Pentacles, there's still help there. Like, there's still assistance there. There is still a way for you to make it and survive and thrive. So it's like, okay, so, be careful of making excuses. Because, like, where are you making excuses at? Yeah. For some of y'all, this is about leaving a relationship or leaving a lover or leaving people that's around you. Making the choice to step out into something new. This is about stepping out into something new or something different. Behaving differently. And really connecting with the lover that is for you. Because some of you guys, you're also, I feel like some of you guys have also connected with somebody, possibly. And after leaving another person, or just period. And this is like you and this person having to take things day by day. Don't worry so much about what you can't solve or what you cannot control in the other person, but more about togetherness, like doing things together. what spending time together, because what ends up happening is you end up getting to know each other by spending time together, and you get to find out like each other's likes, dislikes, what do you want in life, where you know, where do you see yourself, but then like letting things unfold. All right, so letting things unfold, but you're gonna have to make a choice. Someone is gonna have to make a choice, because I kind of feel like people, I don't know, somebody is like, yeah, look at this 3 of Swords here. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to make a choice, because it's like I hear somebody being told, listen, you're gonna have to make a choice. You could be telling somebody you're gonna have to make a choice. You're gonna have to make a choice, or they could be telling you this. It doesn't matter. It's like you're going to have to make a choice. And there can be, in this particular situation right now, somebody may get hurt. Somebody may be getting hurt or disappointed or feelings hurt. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, over a lover. I kind of feel like there is this situation where a person is staying with someone else because they don't want to hurt them. They're interacting with the person because they don't want to hurt them. They know that the person has some type of emotional attachment to them. They know that the person, you know, they know a lot about this person, and they're just like, okay, well, I don't really want to hurt her or him, so I'm not going to tell them the truth directly. Jesus. Some relationship or some two people together is going through some pain because of some past trauma, and they're reflecting the pain back and forth to each other through their behavior. Yeah. And there's lots of fears. Yeah. This one to come up again. Fear. Fear is what's holding someone back in a love situation or doing what their heart desires. Stress. Somebody felt like they were disappointed in something, in a situation. They're disappointed that something came to an end here. Yeah, it was some romantic situation because it was unclear. It was unclear about what someone wanted, or even if it was, if I kind of felt like it could have been a situation where somebody was like, nah, this is unclear. You're unclear about what it is that you want, and you're not telling me the truth. Like, you're not being honest about everything. You know, somebody was feeling like they're being gaslighted or gaslit or something. Ace of Pentacles here. Yeah. About a new opportunity and about what the truth was in the situation. But, hold up. Because it looks like somebody needs to start over or wants to start over or decided to move away from something and move in a new direction. Yeah. There's no patience for bullcrap. Yeah. No patience for bullcrap. For the BS. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, this is my soul. I thought this was my soulmate, but maybe it's not. I thought we were supposed to be together. Yeah, it's like no empty promises. You don't want any empty promises. Someone doesn't want any empty promise. Like, don't promise me anything. I wouldn't accept any empty promises from people. Like, I feel like this is about watching. Like, okay, yeah, watching someone's behavior. If they really, really want something from you, if if you guys getting on the same page, both people will show up equally. It's not anything where you have to chase this person down to find out, okay, well, what do you really want? Are you going to choose me or not? But for some people, this person, whoever this is, they were hurt because things ended with them, and they felt rejected, emotionally rejected, and or confused. They're saying they feel confused, and they want some type of clarity on what is going on with you, like what is going on in this situation. And they're like, hey, you know what? Maybe we started things the wrong way. Let's restart again. And they want to promise that things will get better. But at the same time, this is more about no. They want to show you through their behavior. They don't promise. I'm sorry. They're kind of like, okay, well, I can't make no promises, but I'm going to try. I'm going to attempt to show up better. Because there's this thing right here of this person possibly going ghost or not responding to text messages or calls or being elusive until they lost the situation, you know. But they ended up hurt behind this as well, and they're making a choice. Someone made a choice because before they could have been juggling. As you can see, somebody's going to get their feelings hurt. And in this situation, someone is going to get their feelings hurt when this person is made to make a choice, and they're going to have to make a choice. And they did, and they want this. They want a commitment, or they want to try this situation out because this long-term committed situation, because they feel like for them, it'll be more beneficial. So yeah, they're like, hey. And for some people, even though you and this person can love each other and have feelings for each other, or once you give that ultimatum to them, they might decide to stay in this family situation here, even though they don't really want to be with the person. Somebody gets an ultimatum. So it's two versions here. Someone gets an ultimatum and they decide, yeah, I'm going to make this commitment. So that's coming up. Or they're like, well, I can't leave this person. Yeah. Five of Wands, Queen of Swords. This is like saying, you gotta listen. Powerful words being said. But I don't think it's a time, to me, it's not the time to go back and forth with people or anybody. You know, you got to know what you know, and you got to know what you want. And if it's not, like, hey, that could be a little bit, some people could be like, okay, well, you're being like a bitch. But still. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is reversed again. Yeah, at the end of the day, you have to be willing to choose yourself. Right now, at this particular time. If all else fails and you have to make a choice, you have to be willing to choose yourself and what is beneficial for you. If you're going to find yourself emotionally distraught, in a tug of war, in a competitive situation, because this is competitive. Somebody's being competitive, you know, in any abusive situations, in any mind freak situations, you got to choose yourself, because you got to know what you want for yourself, right? Air sign, Queen of Swords. But this is the thing. Or you're not budging. The Wheel of Fortune is like somebody that's not budging off of what they want. Nope. Your intentions are clear. You learn from the past. This is a competitive situation. You got people competing for you, or someone that you're dealing with, they have people competing for them. Definitely. And you're just like, nah, I don't want to be part of that competition. I ain't competing for you. Like, Plain and simple. There ain't nothing to compete with. That's like an attention. That's just somebody that wants extra attention. Or a yes person. You can't say yes to everybody. Like, you better get out of here. Because it interferes in your relationship. Okay, so anybody that's dealing with a lover or a person, let's get more into detail. Lover or person, what's happening? Oh, Lord, what is this? All these reversals. Ten of Pentacles, okay. Okay, so somebody's going to get into a relationship. Come together with somebody. Getting into a relationship, coming together with somebody, or leaving a relationship behind. Okay, so let's go like this. Okay, so somebody decides it's something that they don't want. Oh yeah. They lose their independence. So if you were, this is losing the independence in the singlehood, like being single for some people. You move it towards some type of commitment. Yeah. Okay. And on the other side of things, some other people are moving away from a commitment. Okay, if you see how I have the cards, you will understand, towards like something else. But altogether, it depends on if you were, okay, that's what Spirit is saying. If you were single and you're moving towards a commitment, you're not going to be single. It's this independence thing is showing you kind of collaborating with somebody else. And if for some of you guys that were trying to get out of a situation, you're moving away from something, some sort of commitment, and you're moving towards something else that looks like endings, but it's going to be full on beginnings. But all together, I see also there could be some people to where if they had a situation to where things were not going right between them and a lover or someone, it could be someone that they're married with or whatever, things can move in a more positive direction. Once you decide, like, come together, some of y'all might need to take a little trip or spend some time together. And, you know, once you decide what you want, y'all both want to do this, things can come together. But it seems like after some sort of ultimatum or something like that, yeah. So if you know that you're in the right, you need to stand your ground. I'm not saying being petty, but hey, yeah, because there's healing in some situation with this person. It just depends on what you want. The Emperor. What is the King of Swords reverse? To be picking one person over the other here. King of Pentacles is reversed, and then the Death card. Somebody gets chosen. Whew. But I also have to say this, be in control of yourself, because I just kind of feel like there's some type of controlling energy around this as well, a manipulative energy around this person in this situation. So be careful with past people. I kind of feel like things have to be clear. You have to set clear boundaries, and you have to get to know this person, because for some of y'all, you do not really know this person. Like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like even if you move on to new people, there's somebody that's here that keeps doing the same cycles, like keeps coming across the same type of people in same type of situations. Yeah. Money could be being affected. Focus could be off. So you have to be mindful of that if you do get with somebody that you got to watch out for your money and business. Oh, the Queen of Cups is reversed as well. What is going on here? Justice is out. So some divorces are coming up. Yeah. I don't know. I lost the Justice card. Yeah. The High Priestess is out. Follow your intuition. On to something new. Yeah. And look at this Queen of Wands keeps coming out reverse. Okay. Some of y'all are on to something new here. You're leaving something behind, a old way of doing things, a partner, a relationship, a job, a way of making money. You got some new stuff that's coming up. I don't know how long it's. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, leaving the past behind. And if this for some of y'all, if this was a situation where your partner cheating on you and you're saying to them that you want to work things out, you gotta leave the past behind. But I would just say it's probably best to just chop it up and move forward. Okay? Chop it up and move forward. Because somebody's pride is being affected here. Self-esteem is being affected here. This person could, I don't know. It's a lot. Yeah. So this is the moral of the story. Look at that. Justice. That's a divorce. That's a divorce or things. Listen, this is what I'm going to say to sum this up. For the collective right now, for what we already went over, the best approach is being in control of yourself, in control of your feelings, in control of your intentions, in control of the way you want things to go, in control of your behavior. And that may mean taking a step back from somebody that's triggering you, because I see a lot of that coming up. Moving away from something old, an old relationship, an old job, an old way of making money, an old thought process. That can be getting in the way and stopping you guys from love, making the money that you want to make, because you're following these belief systems that does not work in this day and time that we're in. Be careful when doing business, because some people can lose money, okay? And especially, you gotta have to prioritize, because some of y'all, you moving into towards this new relationship with someone, possibly. I clearly see somebody's partner getting in the way of their business as well, because they're not on the same page. That's a very big possibility. So this is about prioritizing and making sure, like, if you have business that you have to take care of, things of that nature, that you're not neglecting that. Be in the know. Look for the truth. Seek clarity by watching someone's actions, not what they're saying. What are they doing? What does it look like? Okay. All right. So this has been a collective read, and I'm Butterfly to Light, and I will be back. Peace.